Hi friends, welcome back to Stitch House Creations. I'm Tammy and I have a few things to share with you today. The crafts that I have put together for the craft sale, the things I crocheted and repurposed for the craft sale. And a couple of the ornaments, I think I talked about those last time for the ornament exchange. I'll show you those first. And this was the ball that was just a plastic ornament ball. Anyway, I made it into a ornament for one of my crafter friends, and just wound some yarn around it and stuck a crochet needle in. And then I made this joy. That's what we should all have this time of year, huh? We should have joy always. There's an acronym for joy, and some of you may like this, some of you may not, but I really enjoy it. I enjoy joy somewhere. Anyway, the acronym is Jesus, others, you, meaning before you, we should put Christ. We should put Jesus, then others, because we should love our neighbor as ourselves, and then us. So anyway, thought you might like that. And then and I showed these, and you'll see them again in the video too, the poker chips that I had repurposed. This one's into a wreath ornament ready to hang. And those were the 3 that I have done so far. I've got several to do. I have another idea for those poker chips as far as the ornament. I was going to crochet around them. I'm going to try this. Hopefully it will work. We'll see. But my husband goes, hey, that's a pretty good idea. So I'm going to crochet around them and sandwich them together. And I'm going to make an Oreo cookie ornament out of it. So if you have ideas for poker chips or things that you can repurpose, I'd love to hear your ideas. So one of the things I was working on, and I have been working on, is the blanket for my nephew. Now, I know it looks significantly smaller than the first time I showed it, because it is. So I was sitting there last night and I was working on it and crocheting, and you know what I didn't do? I forgot to keep track of my stitches. So it was late last night and I was looking at it and I had folded it, and I realized my ends were messed up. Like we went starting here to here, and and I'm like, you got to be kidding. I was in such a hurry to try to get it, wanting to get it done, that I wasn't thinking, and I forgot to count those stitches, and I was just on autopilot. So I started over and counting the stitches now, and hopefully this time it's gonna work. But that happens to the best of us. We mess up and we frog it out and we start all over again. So I have some of those crafts that I'm going to share with you now that are for the craft sale, and it didn't put a lot on them. There's a lot of competition there, and this is a fundraiser. We want to raise the funds to help our missionaries. So that being said, everything is going at a really reasonable price, because the whole purpose is, I donated my time and my materials, and I just want to help them where they're at right now. So I'll show you those items now. So I wanted to show you a few of the aquariums I got done. And what I did was recycle jars, like a couple of these. Here, these are spaghetti jars, and these were jars I had olive oil in, and these were jelly jars. And all I did was take the little jar and clean it up, and then put some rocks in it, like aquarium rocks or decorative rocks. And then they have plants of all sizes that you can get at the store in the aquarium section. And purchase those, and some I had to cut to size a little bit because they were too big for the jar. And then I crocheted a little fish and hung him from fishing line in there. And so, as you can see, you usually can get him to move around a little bit. So it looks like there's a fish in there swimming around. And what's so cool about these guys, no maintenance, no cleaning, no feeding. You get the best of both worlds. No dying off too soon. I even made a starfish for some of these for the bottom. So those are the aquariums I have going for the sale that I have completed. I had a few more, but I didn't get the fish made for them. So it is what it is. I'm grateful and thankful that I got these ones done. The small ones, I'm going to ask for $3 each, and the larger ones, I'm going to do $5 each. And then I'll show you what else I have made. So, I don't know if some of you might remember, I had made this bag holder for your kitchen, and you can hang it, and it just holds a few bags, or wherever you want to put hang a few bags. Was handy, and then they just pull out of the end. And this was kind of a sample when I made. I kind of wanted to make a test, do a test to see, hey, would this work out all right? And what I did was I crocheted around a hair tie for the opening at the top, and the same with the bottom. I crocheted around the hair tie, and then I just worked it up. You see this part here? That's when I went to the back loop only, then to bring this and to work this to the length I wanted it, and then I attached them together. You can actually see where I attached them together a little bit. But that was my sample one to try to see, to give that a whirl, and I'm gonna sell that one. And I'm doing most of these, like, we just want to get them sold. You know, it's a fundraiser, and all the funds are going to our missionaries. So this is the cowl I made with the cotton, and just a straight cowl. And then I have another. I like this one a lot. This is a V cowl, and goes around your neck. It's very nice. And so I got that one made also. And I'm not the only one like selling in this. And this is like church wide. We have baked goods, and other crafters have made other things as well. So I'm just contributing a few items to this. Then I made this beautiful scarf with the fringed end. This material is so soft. I got it from Hobby Lobby, this yarn. And the material itself is $10, but I'm selling it for $10. It's all a donation from you for the missionaries. Then I have these balls I made. They could be cat toys or little dog toys. All it was is a what are those balls? Not a tennis ball, ping pong ball. There we go. And I just crocheted around the ping pong ball, and selling those for $1 each. Then at my recycle stuff, batch a little more recycling besides the jars and the ping pong balls. I had made out of the chips, I got some stickers, and I had made a memory game for kids. So there's 24 in there, and 24 pieces, and all I did was put different stickers on there. There's pizza, and there's a panda, and little different objects. There's a rainbow, and for memory, I made a couple of those. Oh, just lost the ball. So I made 2 sets of those, and I have more chips to recycle, and I have a few other things that have come to mind that I'm going to do with them. And then some of you have seen this. This is the wreath. This is the finished one that's ready to like hang on your tree or wherever you want it to be. And just selling those for $1. These memory ones, I took one set over to my grandchildren, and they absolutely loved it. We played memory with it. They loved playing with it, and came up with even another game that they were like could they pull the matching one, kind of like a goldfish type deal with that. So those are the items that I have ready to go to the craft sale for our missionaries. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.